Right, welcome one and all to this Sunday again. And today on Sunday Drive, we are in NFS 2015 with our dying breed again. Killing it off again. This is like the second time that they've killed off the Viper. The first time was back at 2009, 2010. Now we get word after it came back 2012, 2013. People are like, yes, the Viper is back now again. Now, here we are having heard news now that they're killing it off next year. I mean, Dodge can never keep one good thing together now, to be honest with you. The Viper is a very good car. It's a very good car. But it's not selling here, that's the problem. It's being outsold by the Corvette. And, you know, there's also the Ford GT, but only 250 are being made. And you have to be like an ace Ford driver or just a Ford fanatic to own one if you have $400,000 in your bank or something like that. But here we have the cheaper alternative that's worth about $100,000. That's about 206, 205 miles an hour. And Dodge isn't making all the money off it, so they're getting rid of it. Again. Not only is the Viper a very good car in this game and in real life, it's just an easy alternative. And even the ACR, the time attack and the ACR are better on the track than the Corvette Z06. And I don't see why Dodge has a need to just kill it off again. Besides talking about them killing this off, which I hope, I mean, there's no hope for it now, but the one thing that Dodge can do, and that's what I want to talk about, there's an alternative to this, you know. Ow. One thing that they can do is do what Chevy is doing. Make a lesser powerful Viper and then have that compete. I mean, I know that the AMG GT have some relation to the Viper as it has a long bonnet and everything and a big old engine, but at the same time you could make a cheaper Viper with the smaller engine and that would sell. But instead they had to make a big Viper with a big engine, but you know, I don't know what to say. Big Viper, big engine. It's the only thing that you can do now. Make a entry-level Viper with a small engine, V8 or something like that. Because, I'll be frank, Dodge really doesn't have any sportiness to go by. I mean, I know they had the Challenger and the Charger, but let's be frank. The Camaro and the Mustang are like eons better than the Challenger driver-wise. I know the Challenger is a very good car. I know they have the Challenger Hellcat and everything, but when it comes to track racing, it's just the Camaro Z1 and Z28 and the GT350R. Those three cars, or even if they make it the GT500 if it comes out, those four cars just outdo the Challenger by leaps and bounds. In terms of like grip, just downforce and everything. Engine in the front, gear stick in the middle, and drive goes to the back. They haven't done anything about downforce, anything about grip, anything about making sure that it turns better than most European, because the European own the circuit. European cars own the circuit. They own sportiness. They own pretty much. You want to know the dynamic car? You want to own a dynamic car? Go buy something from Europe. Mercedes AMG, Porsche 911. Those are where the sports cars are at, and Dodge and Ford and Chevy have done a lot to just dethrone these sports cars. You know, the Corvette, the Camaro, the Mustang, they've done a lot, but I don't know what they will do to improve the Challenger or the Charger. Charger, yes, it's one of the fastest production sedans in the world, but where is it around the corner? Just a drifty mess. Drifty, heavy mess. Challenger, same thing. Heavy, drifty mess. Quick off the line, fast off the line, but in the corners, forget it. And we have to run a Mustang and the Chevy GT350R and a Camaro ZL1 that just already on its own just out corner like a standard 911. I don't know, but then that's why they need the Viper, because the Viper on its own is proven to be even more of a serious threat to Europe. I mean, birthchild of them and Lamborghini hosted by this insanely exotic V10 engine. And I don't know how they're going to tame with this. Because, well, initially, because Ralph Gillis headed the project, initially the Viper fell short of the Vet Z06, old generation Vet Z06. And then they came back, built a time attack to just beat that car. And then the Vet Z06 improved, got 650 horsepower and lots more torque. So now it's kind of grip-worthy, but still sort of a drifty mess. But in the meantime, they put in they brought back the ACR Viper, and that just took everything by storm. It was a track legend. It got proof room from Top Gear. It beat several top records set by the Corvette Z06. I don't know. I'm gonna miss it. And let me tell you something else too. Ow. I grew up loving the Viper, to be honest too. Any of you have played Test Drive 5, Test Drive 6? Viper was just all over that game. I grew up playing that game, to be honest. And that's how I came to love the Viper as a whole. Just the blue with the white stripe, that was just a classic look. And above it all, I mean, it just had everything. You want a car that can beat the Italians or the Germans? Here. We made one smack dab here in the United States of America. So now we have the Vet. We don't have any other premium, high-end, exotic American supercar that will take on the Germans for like half the price. So that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Goodwood Festival of Speed. I was streaming that all weekend. And there was one stunt there where the guy was just driving, I think one was like a legend car with like, I think a turbo rally engine. And I think it was a turbo rally engine. Yeah, I think it was a turbo rally engine. Do I exit there? A turbo rally engine, and there was one he was driving a TVR. That TVR that he drove was legit mental. Had like a mental straight 60. Was like, oh, what was that? You know. And then there was the new reveal from Mercedes-AMG. Speaking of which, the AMG GTR. So now they had the GT, which is coming next year here on our shores. Ow. The GTS, which is already here, about 121,000 on. And the GTR, which could be like a 150 grand. I want the GTR though, because I mean, it's a mental mad frog, but that mental front is just like, it's just the business. You want that, man. 577 horsepower, which doesn't seem like a lot compared to how much horsepower the E63, like the old twin turbo V8s with the 5.5 liter twin turbo V8s that Mercedes-Benz built, Mercedes-AMG built, for like the E63, the S63, and all 63s. But the engine is much smaller though. It's 40 to not a 5.5 liter. So that's pretty remarkable. But here's the thing. It's only a GTR. Now they said they're bringing more models of the GT, AMG GT to market. And there is a rumor that they're bringing the Black Series too. So this might not top it, GTR. Even though it looks mental, this might not top it at all. And even though mental enough, I hope it doesn't, because that thing is just mental. I'm kind of jealous at Smee because he already ordered his. After selling a 675 LT Coupe, he's getting a Spider, a GT8, and the GTR. Lucky son of a gun. I really want to know what that guy does on the side. I really want to know. I don't know what he does on the side. FCA just needs to handle supercars better, because I love this thing. And as far as sports, as high-end sports cars go, if they really want to improve the Challenger, lighten it up, give it more downforce, give it better steering. But they're just not. They need to do more. They need to copy what Ford and Chevy are doing. Be more in bed with the track instead of just a drag strip. This is track bred, yes. The Viper is track bred. They've done well there. For example, I'm gonna go for a speed run here now without hitting anything. Oh, that's slow. No, I didn't hit it. "16 seconds. My Porsche is faster than that. But this is holy track bread. This game, HP10. I mean, the game's in that line. The Viper is a totally track machine, and they still kept killing it off. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I'm sad. I am sad. Because this was a brilliant car. This was a brilliant car. But FC8 have not handled this car very well. Selling of it, building of it, they did it the ground up and they've made it better. Well, as I said before, what they should have done is made a cheaper version of it. Then it would have sold so much more. A cheap version, as in like stock Viper with like a V8 engine. But they didn't. They made it with a V10 instead, and made it like $84,000. Meanwhile, the Vet's like $50,000, $60,000. I mean, financial logic here. They could have sold much more. They could have kept this thing alive for much longer, but they didn't. Anyway, sayonara, my beloved Viper. Rate, comment, subscribe. Bye bye. See your face in the crowd. You don't seem so far.